right. Welcome back to Patient Win Insider. I'm Nick Moen, and today I'm joined by Dr. Mark Whitefield, double boarded implant and cosmetic dentist in Nashville. Mark's reputation speaks for itself. He's placed over 8,000 implants, trained hundreds of dentists, and leads innovation at Implant Evolution with EvoVision, where AI guided surgery, bone regeneration, and smart wearables are shaping the future of full arch treatment. So let's get into it. Glad you're here, Mark.
Cool. Thanks for having me, Nick. This is great.
Yeah. Well, you're one of only two dentists in the country that's kind of accredited in both cosmetics and implants, right?
Yeah, there are board certifications with the AACD and the AID.
Okay. What pulled you into, full arch and reconstruction work there?
I'm a fourth generation dentist, so I was born into dentistry, and so I've been practicing for about 30 years, and we see lots and lots of patients that are multi generational. We've seen patients for 50, 60 years in our practice, and started again. We're a busy general dentistry practice. We're lucky, but we're general dentistry and cosmetics. Early on, wanted to become a better general dentist, a better cosmetic dentist. So we did AACD accreditation first. But then, as I was doing my cosmetic accreditation, I realized that, man, there's just a truckload of people that really need teeth again. And so implants were something that we, because of a need, I branched into. But then now, to come full circle, the need for a new full arch solution is massive, and so that's where my vision was, and the thought process, and it's just addressing the unmet needs.
Okay, cool. Well, so with Implant Evolution, how many years has it been, and what was the evolution from, a clinical practice into more of a tech forward innovation hub, and what was the aha movement through that cycle?
Well, I talk of in my lectures and when we teach, we talk about a problem solution benefit method for coming up with better solutions, and it all stemmed from we just have so many people that, I mean, there's like 38 million people in America that are dentalists or are going to be a dentist or have a terminal dentition or whatever. So it's just a massive number of people that really are heading on a fast track to dentures real quick. And and so it's just how for 20 years I've been going, man, wish somebody could come up with something different. Somebody should develop something. We just had very limited, alternative solutions, and no one really innovates, whether it's academics or implant companies or even doctors. Just no one really uh, does this type thing. So I thought, well, heck, I guess it'll be up to me. And so that was the genesis of it from years ago, with implant evolution and our bridges, our Zircon X, Flexon X. We've been really doing a lot of experimentation for the past 6, 7 years, where we've really been testing different things and different methods for getting people real teeth again or something akin to it. And it's taken all this time to finally come up with some solutions.
Yeah. Well, so as far as the solutions look like, what does success look like? Like, how do you
Mm,
scale that? Is it
yeah.
opening new locations or technology or, managing day-to-day operations?
Yeah. I'm a little bit in both realms. I mean, I straddle the fence here. I'm lucky. I'm busy. I'm a busy practicing dentist, and we're in Nashville. And man, it's chaos around here. How many people are moving in, and how busy we are. We're lucky. We're very blessed, but we've also got, I mean, a lot of older patients, and so it on top of that, so we're lucky because we're really we think we're in the most booming place in America, and so it's a lot to take care of on the practice level of things. But in reality, my passion and my what I'm doing for the rest of my career is I'm the innovator. I mean, I make stuff up. We experiment. We have, and when you ask the question about what does success look like? Well, I'll tell you what failure looks like because I'm much more I'm much more familiar with it because it has been an extremely deep and long experimentation process. You know, trying different engineering, different structures, different materials, trying it in, having some success, having failures. But it's really probably the way to look at it is we're having fewer failures and we're having more successes at this point. And so we are having it where we're getting a lot more patients really fixed up. We want to. Our ultimate goal is to do a full arch competently, confidently, and consistently. Well, sometimes it's hard, but we're getting a lot closer to those things. So we're kind of getting there, and it's the technology that's really driving it for us.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. And so what are, you talked about failures. Do you have any examples of where you
Yeah,
found a bottleneck and had a big breakthrough success, or maybe not
yeah,
failure, but like learning experience? Like what did you learn and how did you learn it?
yeah. And so that's a very good question because it's the engineering, and so just to kind of start from the beginning, you know, they don't teach us anything in dental school as far as innovation, and they don't teach anything about implants, and they don't teach anything much about full arches besides a denture. And so, and I'm appalled to say it's still that way to this day, because I really we train, we have dental students come, we have people intern with us, and I know a lot of dentists that are very early in their careers, and they're still not teaching the ways that people can restore people without just a denture. You know, we just don't like acrylic. We never have. It's it's been it's what we've had forever, but nevertheless, it's not the ideal material. And so what we've done, we've really worked extensively with like ExoCAD, other utilizing our technologies to number one come up with better engineering, better designs, whether it's the implant or the connection, or and again, our focus has been on FRAs, fixed removal attachments, not screw retain, which that's a big thing to me. It's a much simpler structure. It's a much simpler procedure for a dentist to do. But the second level, to answer your question, is we've had to really work and experiment with a lot of different materials. So starting one example is, we started with zirconia, and we did a lot of zirconia. We've done a lot, and we do a lot with on natural teeth, crown and bridge, and it really performs very well. Once you get into the full arch realm, it gets a lot harder real quick with zirconia. It's expensive. It's hard to mess with. You can't repair it. But one thing that we really had a very good result with is when we're swapping over to PMMA, not three. It's milled, but our magic is what we're finding as far as success is we're really learning how to design some rebar substructures that support the PMMA. And so now we're really getting to where we've got some newer designs, newer engineering, but we're able to couple it with really high end grade cosmetics that really it turns out to be pretty darn well.
And you're doing all of that in the lab. You have a team of artists, or a team there. Do you end up outsourcing that?
We do both. We've been well. You can see in the background here. That's my 3D printer. I'm sitting here in the lab right now. I'm staring at my Amon Gerbach milling unit, and here in house, we most dentists don't have the ability to mill, especially metal like titanium. I mean, milling titanium is it's not a newer thing, but people just don't have the milling units to do that kind of thing. And so we've got a really advanced from start to finish, including with our photogrammetry, with our intraoral scanners, and 3D printing and milling. We're able to do everything here, but when it really boils down to it, what we've really been, and this is another area of experimentation, to be honest with you. It's one thing if we can do it here, and we struggle like anybody else does. The other thing is other doctors, they don't won't be able to do this. So what we really spend a lot of time on is really trying to get a workflow method so that labs can duplicate this. And we've been working with some labs, and it's been experimentation. We've had good successes, but and we've had some failures. But in reality, it's probably more so the materials. What materials we choose, how we apply them, how we combine them, and how we engineer them. And so, in reality, just to answer your question, it's been experimentation all over the place, both here in the office, here in my laboratory, and in our laboratories that we're using to construct our newest bridges.
So it seems like things are changing really quickly with the
Yeah.
technology.
Yes.
I mean, from materials and equipment perspective, how are you keeping up? Like, what are the resources that you'd recommend to stay on top of the changes?
Yeah, that. Now that is a very good question because um, I've been using these technologies for several years. Intraoral scanners. We've worked. I worked. I was one of the original CERAC users years ago. Um, everybody has CT, but we have a lot of technologies like ExoCAD, which is a design software that's becoming much more popular to have in the office now. I've had it for I don't know 5 years maybe, and when I first purchased it, I knew one other doctor that had it in their office. Now I know a bunch of other doctors that do, but that's just one example. We got it. We had to learn how to use it, and so that's kind of been the big stumbling block or hurdle because over the past like say 5 to 10, say 10 years, they've been throwing a lot of technologies at us, and the manufacturers, they're like, oh, this is great, you just buy it, you'll learn how to use it, it'll be great. Maybe yes, maybe no, and you might end up with an expensive coat rack.
Right.
What and then over the past and we'll get into a little bit more like real AI stuff in the past year, I would say, and especially in the past, sure, 3 to 4, 5, 6 months, it's a tsunami of brand new softwares, brand new applications, brand new AI tools coming out. And so that's where my focus has really shifted. Uh, and basically, you asked about sources and where you get information and stuff. The answer is it ain't out there. You'll get it from some manufacturers, you'll get it from some speakers, but in reality, a lot of the doctors and manufacturers that use it, they're the ones that are very, very good at it. The rest of us, we have trouble, we struggle. And so that's essentially kind of what um, my position or career is evolving into, being kind of an AI expert. And that sounds like a generic term, but nevertheless, my kind of one of our big, well, probably our major purpose with Implant Evolution and EvoVision is to test AI, new tools coming out, and evaluate them, and then spread the gospel. And so that's what we do. We do in a lot of our lectures, our training, and that type thing. But what I've found is, I mean, we're like everybody's like a deer in the headlights. I mean, it's not even paralysis by analysis. It's just like everybody's scared. No one knows what to do, where to go, where to get information. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to become the technology depot where you get the truth about, hey, this is what it is, how it works, ROI, and those type things.
Sure. Well, let's dig into that a little bit then. I mean, I'd love to hear more. So, with AI tech, I mean, can you give some specific? Well, can you share more about Evo
Sure.
and then kind of delve into some of the AI technologies that are working that you'd recommend to other dentists?
Yeah. the basis or the genesis of all my AI craziness and obsession is it came from trying to give people, trying to do digital dentistry and do it well and efficiently, and do it effectively, so that we don't have a technology that we just can't use real well. So that's been the big struggle forever, and it's the big struggle for every dentist. So that's the genesis of my AI obsession. But you asked about EvoVision and where we're going with it. Probably about a year and a half ago, maybe so. I'm buzzed with Dr. Ed Zuckerberg, and Ed is he's Mark Zuckerberg's dad, and
Wow.
he's a dentist out of I think Brooklyn or somewhere. Great guy, really very good. He's an incredible mind. He really is, and he and I have spoken and brains mastermind several times on things, and he and I collaborate and we talk about stuff. Probably about a year and a half ago, he put me in touch with Mars Medical Augmented Reality Systems, and they are a software group based in Tel Aviv, Israel, and they're kind of being bombed right now, and I mean, yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
what the takeaway is. But their team is, and Tel Aviv is, Israel is, it's really very quickly becoming the new Silicon Valley for software development. I mean, they're very good at what they do, and so he put me in touch with Mars, which is Dr. Ariel Schusterman and Eyal Toledano, and these guys, they're brilliant. And Dr. Z just kind of turned me on to. He says, "Mark, you need to talk to him and look at it." Well, what it is it is a system. It's a dynamic guided surgery system, similar in function to XNAV and Yomi. And I've had an XNAV dynamic guided system for about 7, 8 years. The technology and the end result is phenomenal. Yomi, same thing, phenomenal. They're cumbersome. They're not easy to use. It really slows things down. The end result is it's great. It gets that implant right in there. They're not cheap. Yomi is pretty darn expensive. I mean, you're going to be in for 250,000 bucks, and so that's a big lick. What Mars has done, and it goes back to the new smart glasses, the new capabilities that have been around for a while now. But what they've done is they've been able to take everything that Yomi or XNav does, and they put it on the cloud. And now with our new AR, VR, MR, AR, VR, AR functions, we do a lot with those. They have been able to create a software, and it is amazing. I've seen videos of Dr. Z using it on models, and he picked it up. It operates through AR VR headsets like the HoloLens 2, the new glasses that are going to be coming out. And we'll talk more about these in a second, but that function it's amazing. I've seen videos of Dr. Z using it. He picked it up, picked up a handpiece, put an implant in a model perfectly straight in 6 minutes. He hasn't practiced dentistry in 10 years.
Wow.
So that told me, we have a saying with our stuff. It's a Steve Jobs saying, ease of use is use. Well, that proved to me that the system works like a charm. And it's going through FDA right now. And we expect to have it, I'd love to say we're going to have it this time next year available. But what it does is it's going to totally democratize implants. Now, the average old GP can use dynamic guided surgery in an easy to use, simple, effective headset or glasses, basically, is what it's going to be. And when we introduce that, we think it's going to totally democratize implants across the entire landscape.
Wow.
And so that's been my ultimate, I say, goal. When we introduce that, I'm working very closely with Mars now. We'll let you know more about that, as it comes down the pipe. But that just is a prime illustration of what is coming and the technology, and it's all AI driven. I mean, that is AI in action. It's computer vision, it's computer learning, it's geo geo plotting. It's all the same technologies they use for cars and drones and facial recognition at the airport and all these things. They take these technologies and we apply them in different ways, and it allows us to put implants in straighter. So
Yeah.
that's the genesis of it. That's one of our subdivisions of EvoVision. Another division, which we started about, it's been about 14 months. I've been using the EvoVision glasses. These are the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses, and they're amazing. But what we've done is we're the first people to take medical grade or custom lenses or magnification and put these into the glasses. I use these all the time in surgery, and I got staff members that use them up front. We've got hygienists, we've got assistants using them, and this is what these are. And they've been around for a while. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows the AI capabilities. You're starting to hear a little bit about it, but in reality, well, there's a bunch of stuff coming out down the pike real quick here. New models, new applications, but this is basically version 1.0, and they perform flawlessly.
Wow.
But the AI, the actual AI tools, what it does, like you can take pictures, you can take video on the fly. You can send it. You can send it to anywhere you want to. It's all voice commanded. For example, how about this? You can do it by hand.
Yeah.
Take a picture there. You could take a video the same way. You can do it this way. Hey Meta, take a picture. It's
Wow.
that easy. Now I can go, hey Meta, text that picture to Kendra. So so what it does is now it picks it up and it sends it to my office manager Kendra.
Wow.
And so that's just one application. The video capabilities are pretty astounding. We use them for training and lecture doctors. And it's the ease of use, the convenience that's really good. I can send pictures to my specialist, to my lab. I can have a video consults, and that's just the video capabilities. The actual AI, which is Llama, it's Meta's version of everything's based on OpenAI, but Llama is an LLM, and it is pretty phenomenal. Also, they just introduced the conversation piece of it, which you can actually have conversations, and it's a digital research assistant, is what it is. But then on top of that, they do things like they just turned on translation.
Wow.
I'm fluent in Spanish, but that you can translate between English, Spanish, French, and Italian, and it does it flawlessly. So there's all kinds of applications that are coming out every. It seems like they're coming out every month or so now on those. So
That's
anyway,
incredible.
that's the basis of our Evo Vision departments, and we're just on the tip of the spear as far as where AI optics is going. And here's the deal: it's we're just in the very very first innings. I mean, this time next year and then 2 years from now, we're going to have a bunch of other hardware things coming out with heads up displays, AR VR coming out probably in the next year or so. New models, Oakley, Warby Parker, Google's coming out with some stuff too. So it's really these are the things that just help dentists see clearer, and then they're simple to use AI tools that enhance our treatments for patients.
Wow. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I know that's a
incredible.
lot.
No, I mean, it's so interesting. It's nice to see what the technology, it's changing so quickly, and I'm glad there's tools that are
Mhm.
improving results for patients. But I think that's the question then is like, what's the choke point between patients understanding that these tools exist? Their care is going to be better, and then actually getting them in your chair to as somebody that really respects the development of these technologies.
Well, the choke point, that's really the proper term. Unfortunately, the choke point is the doctor. I mean,
Okay.
it's just what it is, and the choke point is the doctor's limited understanding of what AI is, what it does, the actual problem solution benefit cascade. And so that's actually the model that we use in our lectures, in our training. We show them simple things like I just showed, taking the picture, taking the video. We show them how it works, and we, not that we dumb it down, but we teach it, because when we're, I mean, this is all brand new. I mean, nobody knows about this stuff. And so when it really boils down to it, our purpose or our mission or goal in life is to educate doctors so that they see it, and that they can take these wonderful tools and implement them in their practice and solve problems that they see every day like we do.
And are you making like tutorials for how to do that? And, as far as getting the technology or education out there, what are,
Yeah.
what's your role in that?
We're starting to do some online tutorials. We up until this point, we've done a lot of live hands-on training. Now we do it in conjunction with our full arches, and we because when we're teaching doctors to do full arches with FRAs, fixed removable attachments, which are similar to locator fixed in concept, when we're training them, because with different technologies, we show them, we make them use the technology, we put the glasses on them, we make them talk, we walk them through it, and it's really kind of amazing when we just walk them through the basics. The light bulb goes off, they get it. And when they get that, then they all start thinking, oh, what if I do this, can it do that, how's it going to help me here? And so we're trying to get them, out of first gear as far as that thinking. Then once they get into the innovative mindset about thinking outside the box, I mean that's a strong term. I don't even think it's that. It's more of it's kind of like when the iPhones came out. They everybody's all freaked out and, oh, I got a flip phone, I think it's all cool and all this guy. I'm good with that. I don't really need an iPhone. But then now they've become totally ubiquitous. My dad, he's 85 years old, retired dentist. He can't do anything. He can run an iPhone. So
Yeah.
so it's just the starting point. But that's the hurdle to get over, is training the doctors and letting them see what it is and see it in action, put it in their hands so they can test drive it.
Okay. Well, so for your practice, um, how are, implant patients finding you, and are they aware that you're utilizing and that you're kind of on the cutting edge of this technology?
How they find me? We don't do any advertising. Everything that we do with our implants grows out of general dentistry. Starting to I do kind of promote a little, not much, not like I should, about our credentials and what we do. The our new prostheses, which are Zircon X and Flexon X, those are two of our base models. We've got three more coming also with different material combinations and that type thing. Patients are learning about that kind of. We do explain it some, but it's really word of mouth. When it comes to the technology, it kind of I mean, I'll be honest with you, the glasses, me using those, that's been the one thing that patients love more than anything. I mean, because they get it, they understand. If you show them 3D printing back here, they can understand that. The XNav, a little bit. Scanners, kind of, sort of. It's a digital impression, but you show them glasses and explain what it is in 2 seconds, or they see you using it, the light bulb goes off. They get it. That's it. By using these, pretty I mean, these things are not that expensive. Cost-effective technologies. It illustrates to your patients that, hey, you're looking ahead. You're not the old stagnant, general dentist that is down the road that may or may not have some technology. It's like people are really, they value this. They like it that we're taking these things to try to make their outcomes better.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess I had no idea. My dentist doesn't have AI glasses, and I'm sure that the treatment would be. I don't need implants, but yet, right? I guess what 38 million you said at
Yeah,
some point. Um,
yeah.
so yeah.
Well, on top of that, it's really Well, it's kind of funny how this works. I mean, just by patients coming in, I've had a truckload of patients purchase them. They go and purchase them and they apply them in their own world. And then they
Wow.
go, oh, I mean, I've got bus drivers, I've got hunters, I've got teachers, I've got audio engineers, I've got uh, all kinds of other people. Uh, some of the hardest ones to get on board are the doctors, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's what
that's
it is. So it's really just this is a base AI tool or hardware that can help any number of people in any number of areas in life.
yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, Mark, that was packed with insight. I love the way you're using technology. It's nice to have somebody on the cutting edge, and I hope you continue to educate and share what you've learned. You know, I know you said failures, but I think they're just learning experiences because obviously at
Yeah.
this point you've got a good grasp on how to provide the best services. And I know our listeners are going to take a lot away from this. Is there anything you want to plug at the end here before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would just encourage everybody to just keep an eye out. Kind of start looking, look more, look and see what's out there. Read, it's in the news, it's online, it's kind of everywhere that we look now. But I encourage, especially doctors, to keep an open mind and an unbiased, open opinion about these things because over the next, oh dude, 3 years, it's going to be unbelievable how much more stuff is coming out that's really very effective and user friendly. It's we're what we're at. We're in the digital revolution of dentistry, and it's going to be marvelous all the way through. So, I would encourage everybody to keep an open mind and look at it.
All right. Thanks so much, Mark. It's been really great talking to you, and good luck with the journey with technology and human health.
Yeah, good deal. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.